Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today we're going to talk about the stuff I carry in my vehicle when I'm off-road, when I'm hunting, things like that. There's our mandatory things. You could almost call it EDC for the off-road stuff, but to me, this vehicle is a lifeline. A lot of times I'm thousands of miles away from home on hunting trips, and my whole world has to be in that vehicle. So I carry a lot of stuff that many of you probably don't. I'm going to break it down for you and show you, but also kind of show you what it's set up as. Like I said, I love this little Cherokee Trailhawk. This thing is a beast in the woods. It's like the Swiss Army knife of vehicles. Somebody once said, and they're not lying. This thing is incredible. Rear lockers, full-time four-wheel drive, got 4 low, traction control mode. The thing's just insane. Okay, it's insane off-road. I have a 1.5-inch lift, and I have 32-inch tires, the biggest you can fit on there on this thing. Just amazing vehicle. But let's take a look at it. Okay, so what we have here is we have it kind of, I threw this stuff on there to show you kind of the options, all right? So if I'm hunting water, I can put my Guide 119 boat on top of there, or I don't have it here, it's down in Georgia, which is where I'll be doing most of my water hunting from, is my Ascend H10 Kayak, which will sit right on there too. It's about the same width, but it's actually 2 feet shorter. So, I mean, it's much smaller in profile, but my my Ascend H10 Kayak can go on there. You can see I got my, my fat tire bike on there. I just got it sitting on there just as principle to show you. But I mean, you can carry a ton of stuff on this. I have my ultra lightweight 22-pound cargo carrier. I love that thing. All aluminum, welded aluminum thing's amazing. But I can put that on there when I need it. But you can kind of just see that there's nothing this thing can't carry or can't do. And so I kind of put this stuff on there for perspective. But we're going to go through it and show you. I have it set up exactly as I would have it go for hunting on the inside too. And I'm going to show you all the stuff we carry. This video is going to be very in-depth, very detailed for you, and we're going to break it all down. But first of all, I just wanted to kind of show you. This is that Mongoose Dalamonte ALX model, okay, the ALX aluminum frame version. I did a video review on that, and it's that bike carrier. Rather than buy a very expensive fat tire bicycle carrier, I bought a motorcycle carrier and modified it here a little bit just by where I put the pins. You know, removing the pins, and I took the ramp stays off. You got ramp stays like this right here that are supposed to go the other way and be flipped around to hold a ramp, but I'm using it as a cleat to hold my tire in, right back there. But basically, that holds that bike incredible. This thing holds 500 pounds. It's pretty indestructible. Very sweet, simple process. But so I have that on there. I have my Old Town Guide up there. I did a review on these roof racks too. I did a review on almost all of this stuff. Okay, those roof racks were $50. I mean, and they fit on any vehicle. They're absolutely incredible. As a matter of fact, I like them so much that I bought a second set that you can see that I have right up there. Is a whole other brand new set. And the reason for that is if I want to use this, those are going to go down to Georgia with me. And when I'm down there and I'm hunting out of this thing constantly down there, I may put another roof rail right here and another roof rail right here. Then if I want to carry anything smaller that doesn't span the whole length of those on there, I have that option too. So I can put them right on, or I might even clamp one right on here. But it gives me the option to turn that almost into a flat top up there with tons of tie-in points and everything too. But for $50 a set, I got less than $100 for 2 sets. You can't argue with that. It's amazing. And the reviews I've done on those too. But so anyway, this is kind of seeing it how it would be. The canoe on there strapped down would be strapped down. My traction boards, they ride up here all hunting season long. That's how I don't have them locked down right now, but that's it. They just sit right there like that, and these 2 huge industrial zip ties lock them right to these crossbars, and they hold on there solid and they don't move. And that's how I carry those on there, and they work absolutely fantastic. So this is just kind of that setup, but we're going to go in and dive deep into this thing here in a second. I'm going to pull this stuff off so we got some room to work, and we'll show you. All right, we got this dude all opened up, and you can see that it's pretty dirty. I live in this. I use it every single day. This rig right here with that hitch pulls this trailer everywhere I go. 3,000 pounds, fully loaded, decked out with all my pressure washing stuff. And this trailer pulls it nonstop every single day. You know, like I said, 3,000 pounds of gear in this thing total with the trailer weight. And, you know, this thing pulls it all day long everywhere. And believe it or not, as crazy as this is going to sound, and I know a lot of you guys aren't going to believe me, and someday I'll do the video to prove it for you and have it all there. But when I'm going down the road with this, I try to not go over about 70 miles an hour, okay, when I'm on the highway with this. Now with that truck, I'll do 75, but with this, doing 70 miles an hour, again, because of the trailer, but if I'm doing 70 miles an hour in this, I get almost the same gas mileage. I get like 13 miles per gallon in this, pulling this 3,000-pound trailer at 70 miles an hour. In that Ram 2500 that you see right there, I pull the same trailer doing 75 miles an hour, and guess what I get? Oh, 13 miles to the gallon. I get the same towing that trailer with this as I do with this. Now again, 5 mile an hour difference on the road, but keep that in mind. Pretty interesting, and that's just going off the numbers that are actually in the chart in the vehicle, miles per gallon. But this little thing is a beast. I get 23 miles to the gallon with the roof racks on there, going down the road all day long at 70, 75 with this thing, and then towing this trailer, I get, including with the ladders and everything up there, and that huge rack up there, I'm getting, like I said, 13 miles per gallon towing this thing. So I love this little rig. But now, we have it opened up. Apparently I have a dog in there. And we have this table set up here. Oh yes, oh yes. We have a table here. Why? Because I told you this video was going to be very detailed. We're going to have a lot of stuff on this table for you to see. So let's start at the front, okay? This vehicle, set up, ready to hunt, ready to go. What do I got in here? All kinds of stuff. In the front, not a lot of stuff I'm going to show you because of YouTube and their parameters and things like that. There are items in this vehicle that I do not want you to see. So we're not getting into glove compartments and all that kind of stuff. But I do carry a hat. Got to have a hat. I always carry an extra hat right here. It stays right here all the time. I can use it to wipe my windshield off in the foggy stuff if I need to. I can use it to clear off my glasses. I can use it for anything I need to. It always sits right there ready to go. Somebody's pulling up my driveway. We'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. That was actually a good buddy of mine from high school, one of my best friends in high school, just randomly pulling up, and he'd never been here before. He was just driving around out in the woods, and he ended up finding it, and he's like, hey, I know that guy in that truck. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, back to this video. So, like I said, not a lot up here in the front that I'm going to show you in here, just normal stuff. This is where basically things are. But in here, I do have extra batteries. I got a knife in there, some cordage, flashlight, you know, just your little normal, okay, that's expected stuff. So we're not getting too carried away there on the front of what's in there and things like that. But when we get back here, this is where it all matters for the hunting stuff. First of all, you know, I always carry some beef jerkies. So I got beef jerkies, so extra water everywhere you will see. Down here, I have toilet paper here. And I have another bottle of water here, and then there's another big toe strap. I'm a huge fan of toe straps, and it fit under there, so those just stay right there. Toilet paper, toe strap, and water bottles. They fit in there perfect. They stay there all the time. When we come around on the other side, before we get into the back end here, on this side, this paracord that's sitting here is actually used because when I strap this down, when I lock these in, I also run right through here, through these holes, right through there, and then down around one and down around the other, and I just lash those with these pieces of paracord that are here. They lock these in and keep them rock solid and steady up there. So those lock my traction boards down. I also have pruners. You will see a couple bottles here. There's 2 bottles of insect repellent, very important to have. And I have another water bottle there. Water bottles everywhere. Here I have another water bottle. Again, because I do live in this thing technically now, you're also finding Gatorade bottles here because of the fact that I'm grabbing it because I drink a lot of sugar-free Gatorade. This here is my Tack Life. This is my jump starter, okay? I've done video reviews on this. I'm not going to get too carried away with all this stuff here and because I've done videos on it, but this is a Porta-Power jump starter, charger, the whole deal. This will jump start a diesel. If the battery is dead, this thing is incredible. And I just carry it right there, so it's handy. Here I have, oh my gosh, look, more traction boards. These are the minis, okay? Set these out here so you can see them for a second here. Mini traction boards, which are very handy. There's 2 of them, but they come in really, really handy if you're stuck. And I have the top set up there on top, and those are actually my new ones. And I have a set that are getting pretty beat up still in the garage that I keep in the back of the truck, that go in the truck when I take the truck down there. So traction boards, like I said, huge fan of these things. They work fantastic. If you do not drive on them hard, okay, if you do not spin your tires on them, they will stay looking like this and last. You can see a couple marks on there from where I did already, but they hold up very well if you do not spin your tires on them. They take, you know, that's what starts to abuse them. Down here, you will see my toolkit. Remember, I did that whole video. I think I've done 3 videos on that toolkit to have in your car, truck, or boat. Well, here it is. There's another one that's in here, and it fits right underneath that seat and gets jammed right under there, and it stays there all the time. So we have a lot of that stuff covered already in here. And, oh, look, what's the odds? More water bottles. Water's my friend. We got dog tracks all over the seats. Got a charger right here that actually is a battery, you know, like a battery charger that runs, because these cars, they turn off. Again, dogs in here everywhere, but since these cars turn off when you turn off the power outlets, that will actually, that's charging when my car is on, and when it's not, I plug my cell phone into there and it keeps my phone charging even when my car is turned off. So very valuable, works very good. Coming around to the back, here's where all the big stuff is in here. All right, so what we have here, this is set up for hunting. Let me actually throw that stuff back in there down there so it's out of the way real quick. We'll come back. All right, I just put that stuff back down there. But as you can see, you have a lot of storage here still that you can put things into. And these headrests actually can pop right out. So I can take that headrest out. I can fit more stuff in here if I want to. And tremendous amount of stuff over on that side too if I take that headrest out. So we do got lots of storage to be able to put anything we want to there. And, you know, have that room in there. But now here in the back, this is how I have it set up for hunting. Okay, this is how it runs for hunting season. I have my jet sled right here, which I can put the deer into. This extra towel that is here I can use for anything, especially if I'm hunting in the rain and soaking wet. I can put it on my seat. But also, I can set this towel right here on this lip like this, and then I can take my jet sled with a deer in it and lean it against there and slide it right up into the bed of this, into the back end of this hatch here, so, you know, with a deer right in there. So that's why that extra towel's there. Comes in handy for a lot of different things. But that jet sled, lifesaver. Like I said, when I'm pig hunting, I just throw the game bags of meat in here. If I'm boning the animals out in the field, I just throw the game bag right inside the jet sled. If it's a whole deer, I can fit it. This is a jet sled junior. I can fit a jet sled full size in here too, but even big bucks, if I wanted to, they'll fit in here. I might have to tie this legs back, but I have all this rope stretched all the way around this thing, all these tie-off points. It's very easy to lash the legs of that buck into here and keep him completely, you know, take that head and twist it in and have everything staying right inside that little jet sled. These clamps, just little simple clamps, and I put some, you know, foam on there on the inside of that, and my bow just rides right there where it's out of the way, sits there perfectly, and it's just real easy to grab, but it doesn't shake around, bounce around, and it just rides right there like that when I'm heading out hunting. So it's out of the way, convenient, not getting beat up on anything, and it's just, I mean, what better place to put it? Then my pack just rides right inside of here. If I did want to put my pack in there and I needed that space open for something, oh, I can stick my pack right here. I can put, I got tons of room. And again, if I wanted to, I could pop this headrest off and have all this space down here too. So finding room in this thing is not hard to do. There is a tremendous amount of room in here, but normally it just sits right in there just like that. My tree stand usually sits right here. I can put it in that sled if I want to, whatever I want to, but normally I put it here just so it's not rattling and shaking around in there when I'm driving. This is just a lash, okay? I have it tied right around this tie-off point, this anchor point, and I got it carabinered to my tree stand. And I do that because if by chance I get into an accident, somebody hits me or something, or I slide off the road in the winter and hit a tree, I do not want this tree stand going sliding forward. Now, the seats will probably protect us from anything, but something of this weight with all the pointy edges and everything like that, I do not want this flying around in the vehicle in the event of an accident. So it is lashed off with paracord and tied off so that it can't go very far. It can only go a couple inches forward. That's all I'm going to get out of it. And then so when I go out to hunt, I just pop that carabiner and take it right off that edge right there. Hang on, my hand's caught under there. Right like that, and then I'm off, but that way it's disconnected, and I just reconnect it on here, you know, before I, like that, so that it's set. Just locks it in, keeps it from sliding and getting away. Now, let's pull that stuff out and show you what's really in this thing so you can see it. Again, I told you this was in-depth and detailed. Also, notice I do have right here double USBs plugged into there, so we can actually, like during hunting season when I'm running more of those little battery pack chargers, I can plug them in and let them sit right here in this little compartment. I just let them sit right here, plugged into there, and they're always charging, so I always have them ready for me. So that's why that little charging port is right there. Again, I'll put links to a lot of this stuff down below for you, but let me pull this stuff out and we'll get to the nitty-gritty. Okay, so now we got that stuff out of there. Here's what we got in the back end. Like I said, a lot of room back here, which is really nice. But there is a key feature to having a SUV like this that is a front-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive SUV, but not having a spare tire mounted up underneath of this thing. Okay, we got tremendous ground clearance on this thing. This has got more ground clearance than you could imagine. This had more ground clearance than the differential does on that Ram truck. You know, I'm set up at over 11 inches of ground clearance on this thing. It's amazing. But what's nice about having an SUV that does not have a spare tire mounted outside is the spare tire is mounted inside. A lot of people think of that as a negative. I think of it as a positive. Here's why. We're going to show you. So if we were to pull these carpets out of here, these, you know, I just use these in here to keep things from getting all dirty and all beat up. So let's just throw them up there out of the way. Just kind of keep, because again, I am carrying so much crap in here. It keeps all this stuff from getting dirty and beat up out of there and getting wrecked. In the side compartments here, this is where I put those clamps that go, they stay in here all the time, but those are what go on my jet sled. 3 pairs of gloves right here. Okay, because you never have enough gloves. Extra rope for paracord for anything that I need just stays right down in there. So these little compartments here, they hold that, keep that in there, and then this leash that I showed you for my tree stand, all this stuff just stays right down here in that one little side compartment stored in there. This one, more water, can never have enough water. My little portable tripod, a lock that I use for my bike. I use it for my cargo carrier. I use it for my cooler runner. I use it for whatever I want to. Another water's good. 3/4 inch wrench, which is handy for my my hitch adjuster, okay, that kind of keeps the hitch from rattling. Needs a 3/4 wrench. So I have a spare 3/4 wrench in here. Another hat, can't have enough hats. My little plug that goes in here, which I'll probably never ever put on again, but if I wanted to, it's there. I don't even know why I'm bringing that anymore. And then we have spare gloves again. So that's what this compartment is. It's the stuff that I may or you know, may need to get to access to. It's all right here. So just stuff that I shove over in that side. Again, I already showed you that we got the USB in there. Now, under here, this is where the magic happens. Having a spare tire, this is a gold mine. When I open this, you're probably going to freak out a little bit. But keep in mind, most spare tires, when you buy them, the vehicle, the spare tire is mounted with the rim up, okay? This side of the rim right here is facing up. What that does is pointless to have it that way, because with that up, you get no space. So I took the spare tire, flipped it upside down, and put it so that that part is down, and it gave me the whole inside of the rim to use as storage. So when I lift this, look at all this. We can take this right out. Let's set this over here. Look at this. Okay, we have storage galore. That whole thing is filled because we put this upside down. So we have our fill nozzle that comes automatically with it. All right, so we have that. We have a ratchet strap or a tow strap here and a saw. Told you, saw mandatory. Strap right here. Okay, we have a ton of these. Okay, these are those industrial zip ties. They come in so handy that I carry, I don't know, I probably got a dozen of them here. These things are vitally important. Again, I will put links down below for these, but I will never not have these. I use them to, like I said, tie down these things. I use them to tie all kinds of things down, but these are mandatory. I'm never going to not have these, and I carry, as you can see, a ton of them in here. They don't take up much space. You see, I have a lot of ratchet or tie-down straps in here. There is a reason to have so many tie-down straps. That is because I'm carrying boats, and I'm carrying cargo baskets on the back. I'm carrying coolers on the back. I'm carrying, my bike carrier has its own already pre-made straps, but putting a canoe up on the top, anything I want to lock down, you got to have straps. So I got probably six or eight tie-down straps right there. We have in here more straps. Okay, these are important. They're 20-footers. They're very simple. They work fantastic, but I can use them for tree savers. I can use them for everything, okay? And then we got another huge 30-footer, thick one here, plus the one up front. We got to have straps. Straps are good. So we got our straps in there. Saw under there. This is just some extra rope that I can use for anything I need to that's pretty strong. These are spare parts for my tree stand. These are already 2 preset straps, so if I have a problem or accidentally cut or damage a strap on my tree stands or my sticks, I have 2 more that are used but still in very good shape that are there ready to go. Okay, we have a knife right here. This is a Becker BK5. Okay, awesome knife, but it works as a, I mean, you can chop with this thing. It's 1/4 inch thick. This is one heck of a beast of a tool right here. It's kind of like an urban do-it-all, anything breach, anything you got to do kind of weapon right there for, not even weapon, but more of a tool. So that stays in here all the time. This here, this is an incredible tire repair kit. Again, yes, I have a spare, but I am also out there on my own, many miles away from nowhere most of the time, and having a kit is very good to do. So this kit, put it back together here, has everything that you basically need to repair. Okay, I got all that stuff. Punches, plugs, the whole deal. It's a simple kit, not much money. Again, I'll put a link to it below. This was not expensive. I want to say it was like $10 or $15, but it is a good one. And we find a zipper on here, and it's going to work very well. So it's fantastic. My other one, the truck, has the ARB one. Same exact concept as this, just cost more money. But same exact kind of thing. So we have that. I'm actually going to put that back in the same spot. So I keep everything kind of where it was and organized in here because it fit in there good. So that sits in there. Here we have a pump. This is a pump. Now, this is not a Vi-Air like the one I have in the truck, but the truck has bigger tires. This one is a Harbor Freight model that I've had for many years, and it works incredible. Okay, it's a little Pittsburgh model, but it works fantastic. Simple little air compressor right here, plugs in, and it goes to 100 PSI. It's just a fantastic little pump, and for this, it's great. Now, when I am going and we are planning on doing any kind of off-roading where I want to air down, I bring the Vi-Air out of the other truck. Okay, that one comes with me. It works much better, much faster, but this one does do the job, and it does it well, and it was not expensive. I want to say it was probably 25 bucks for this thing with a coupon, so not as expensive. If I were to do it again, I would probably just buy another one of those Vi-Airs because they were not much more. I don't remember what I paid for it, but this is a great little compressor, very small and compact. You can see I have more zip ties in here. And down here, we'll just keep kind of opening this up here. We got those straps we showed. Okay, tie down straps here. We have bungee cords. Okay, adjustable length, so I can pick any one of those circles on there and plug these into these circles. But we got a couple of these. Again, very handy to have. Just 2 of them in here, but they come in handy for strapping stuff down. Jumper cables in there. These are, we have 3 of these in here. I'll open one and show you, but these are shackles. Very, very important. These are what you're going to use to tie your tie downs together with. Wrap them around trees, lock them in, just shackles, but I make sure I got shackles in here. Shackles are very important. I think I actually have more than that in here. And then we got a pair of jumper cables, which realistically is not, what is it? Oh, that's a switch piece. But jumper cables, I don't plan on using very much because I have that jump box. But it is good to have them, so they're there if I need them. So I have jumper cables. This kit, now you can see, that's my jack down there. Everything's set right inside with that tire turned upside down like that. Everything fits in there perfectly. Okay, you get a lot of space in there. In here, inside of this is just a shirt that I have in here. So I can use it as kind of a catch-all. I have more tie-down straps in here. Okay, and we have another shackle right here if I need a spare, and another shackle right here. So that gives me 2 shackles plus 3 shackles. That gives me 5 different shackles. Again, is it overkill? Yeah, a little bit, but I have the space and I'm sure I'll find uses for them. And when I buy these, like the link I'll send you below for Amazon, you usually get some really good deals where you get 2 of these for like 10 or 12 bucks. So it's incredible deals. I will put links to all of this stuff down below for you. And you'll find that they're, like I said, really good deals, really good value. But so I take this whole kit and it just carries all that extra stuff and fits right in that tire right here like this. And actually, since I just added these 3 shackles, I might just throw these right in there with it because they were, like I said, a deal I just bought. I had the 2 in there. I bought 6 more. I put 3 in the truck, and I put, and I was, threw 3 new ones in here. I am leaving them in these little bubble contraption, little bubble bags like this, just because it'll help keep them from rattling around on each other. So I figured, why take them out of there? So I'm putting them in. So those are sitting in there like that. They fit right into the spare tire, just like that. The straps go back in, fit into here too, and these straps fit in here too. It takes a little wiggling around to get everything to fit exactly where you want, where it's down low enough, but your edge is under here, so you have a little height on here, so you got a little room. Okay, so then we got to fit this back in here too. Just wiggle that over fit. This compressor's got to wiggle into here somewhere too. Probably like that right there. We'll check it and make sure it all fits. But that does that side. Oh, look, another one of these straps. Like I said, can never have enough of these. Okay, those are important. Over here we have my shovel. More rope. This is that same kind of rope that we have there. Just comes in handy for all kinds of things. We have my shovel. Told you about this shovel. Fantastic shovel. It's the same one I have in the truck. The one in the truck gets used all the time. This one, fortunately, because this Jeep never gets stuck, I don't have to use that yet, but it is there for when I do. And we have this big heavy-duty ratchet strap here. And then here we have a come-along. Okay, I'm not actually opening that up, but it's a 4,000-pound. I think it's 4,000 or 5,000. Actually, we'll open it. Let's just do it. Let's see here. What is it? It is your standard come-along, 2.5 ton. So it's a Reese. It's a 2.5 ton, so 5,000-pound come-along right here. 2.5 ton Reese come-along. Not very heavy. Probably not the best quality either, but it is going to work in a pinch if I need it to help me recover and pull out, get this thing unstuck. But realistically, I rely a lot more on the wheel winching method, which is why you see so many of these straps in here. They give me a lot more options, and I've done videos on it. There's a video I'll link at the end of this that shows you how to do that wheel winching method. Turning the wheel of your vehicle into an actual winch and running that strap around your wheel and letting it pull you out. I have videos on it, and I will link it at the end here to show you. But as you can see, I'm fitting a tremendous amount of stuff in here. A lot of gear, a lot of stuff that's going to keep us safe and keep us with whatever we want to. And, when we're doing other trips, I can set other things in here as well, too, if needed. I can do whatever I have to do in here to make things fit and work like I want it to. Gives you a lot of space. So this is kind of my EDC. This is how this thing is set up every day. And you saw how it's set up for hunting season, too. All right, so I just made sure everything's back in there and we're set, but you can see, I mean, there's a tremendous amount of stuff in here. It's just insane. And that's the beauty of it, is having this type of an SUV with this spare tire compartment like this was the same in my Renegade, my Jeep Renegade. I love that in there, but everything fits in there. There it is. And then I can actually sleep on this platform. When I go on my hunting trips and stuff, I have my cooler in here, all my gear and everything. I slide it to one side. I can put my feet here at this edge, and my head does not touch up there, and my pack sits and fills that gap when I tip the seat back to hold it in there, and I can lay right in here. I'm 5'6", and I mean, if you're probably 5'8", 5'9", if you push the seat forward to do it, to come back in here, I'll bet 6-foot person could sleep back here, fully stretched out and not touch end to end. So, I mean, like I said, for such a little vehicle, it offers so much option and so much space in here. So, I love it, but that's basically it. That's our little, that's what I carry every day. So, as you can see, doesn't matter what state I'm in. It doesn't matter where I'm hunting, what I'm doing, what kind of terrain I'm in, dealing with the sand and the mud down in Georgia, dealing with the hills and the stuff in North Georgia and in Tennessee and things like. It doesn't matter what it is. There's nothing that I can get into that I can't get myself out of with this vehicle. Doesn't matter how stuck I am. I mean, obviously something catastrophic or engine failure, yes, but for the most part, Mother Nature-wise, there's not much that I can't handle and get out of there. Even a fallen tree in front of me, like I said, I have the saws and stuff in there that I can use to get through it. I have tow straps and things that I can use to move it out of the way. I got options. Come along if I need to use it. So everything you're looking for, all right there. One simple little perfect combination and kit setup, and that's how it is. That's how this vehicle looks every single day, and with the hunting gear in it during hunting season. And the roof racks on it, or the traction boards that ride up there from basically, they're up there from October. They'll be there from October all the way through till April. They'll stay right there until I need them, plus the two little ones on the inside. That kind of covers it. That's my vehicle setup every day, and how I like to have it. But you got there's very little I can't do with the stuff that I have in here, and I like it that way. It's like a mobile, get her done, do anything I need to handle and take care of a setup. Like I said, plus some of the other things that are in there that I'm not showing you where they are. Like I said, YouTube has rules on certain things, so we're going to leave a lot of that kind of stuff out of the equation on this, or they'll give me fits about it. So, but there you go. That's the setup on there. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. And there will be links down below for all this stuff. All right, bye.